Yes, I'm in the bedroom. We're going to talk about something very important in the bedroom. Sleep. It's something you do every night, and it affects everything from your mood to your quality of life. But simply because we hit the hay nightly doesn't mean we know all there is to know about this necessary and fundamental bodily process. So joining me is John Truitt. He is an expert. He's here to discuss the countless benefits of sleep. John, how are you today?
I'm well, thank you, Amy. How are you?
Good. This is a conversation around the table so many mornings when we come to work who had a bad night's sleep. And so many people, due to stress or children or noise, insomnia, snoring and alike, we're just not getting the sleep that we need. What's going on with sleep in America?
Well, all of those things that you named are all contributing factors. And all of that's really against the backdrop of probably not having the right sleep hygiene. And what I mean by that is really not practicing the basic principles that we should for getting a good night's sleep.
Okay, where do we start? I know one of our producers on our show, she said that once she falls asleep, she wakes up exhausted because she's very active in her dream state. She said, I just dream all night. My mind is so busy, I don't wake up feeling rested. What is that dream exhaustion about?
Well, in order to fully know the answer to that question, you would want to be evaluated by an overnight sleep study. But my guess at that would be is she's probably habitually sleep deprived. So what's happening is when she's going to sleep, she's not getting the restorative sleep that she needs, and she's going straight into what's known as REM sleep.
Okay, so you need to be in restorative sleep, not REM sleep.
Right, and when your body's sleep deprived, generally, you kind of bypass that level of restorative sleep that you need and go into the REM sleep. So that's one of the ways we can tell if someone is sleep deprived.
Do you think her boss should send her on a 2-week paid vacation to Mexico or something?
I'm not going to comment on that.
It's your birthday today. I'm looking out for you, honey. Okay, so that's a big thing right there. Okay, let's talk about the bedroom. The temperature it should be in. We've got to set a good sleep environment.
Absolutely.
Because if you're like me, you go to bed and then you wake up and you're like staring at the clock. Oh my God, it's 2 a.m. Oh my gosh, it's 3 a.m. Oh my gosh, I only have 1 more hour to sleep. It's 4 a.m. It's like, it's insane just looking at this clock.
Absolutely, and that's right. The first thing that you want to do is make sure that you have a good environment for sleeping.
Okay.
Number one, it should be cool. Doesn't need to be cold, but slightly cool.
Okay.
It should be dark.
Okay.
It should be free of distractions like noise, and if it can't be free of noise, earplugs are a good solution.
Yeah, I love earplugs. So if I wear my earplugs at night, I make my husband not wear earplugs at night so that he can at least hear Nugget if he's calling for us, because I'm someone who's very sensitive to light and sound. I mean, a BlackBerry charger can't be plugged in, because if I see a blinking light anywhere in the room, I'm like, I know it's on.
Yeah.
So know your environment.
That's right.
No
that's
light,
right.
no sound. Okay, and a little bit cool as well.
That's correct.
What else before we actually get into that great sleep environment do we need to know? Because I know you have some products.
Absolutely.
Over here.
Yeah.
Things that just kind of sabotage you in the middle of the night.
Right. There's certain things really that you shouldn't do. First of all, you shouldn't eat too much too late.
Okay.
So we have some Snickers bars or some candy bars and some beverages over here that represent some things that you shouldn't do late in the day. Obviously, avoiding caffeine.
Avoid caffeine.
You would also want to monitor when you're going to take a nap. A nap is not really a bad idea, but you don't want to take that too late in the day.
How long should a nap be?
No more than 20 minutes.
No more than 20 minutes.
If you go more than 20 minutes, you risk going into that deeper restorative sleep, and you can experience something called sleep inertia, where you actually wake up more tired than you were when you went to sleep.
Yeah.
So you don't want to do that.
Okay.
So that's something. Those are kind of the things to avoid.
How about everyone's taking Tylenol PM, Unisom, and alike to get a good night's sleep and stay asleep? Dangerous, right?
In itself, occasionally, not necessarily a terrible thing. For acute insomnia, you have just a one-off situation, but definitely not something that you'd want to do on a regular basis unless your physician recommended that.
Okay, here's what happens. You go out and have an amazing dinner, you have some wine, you're so full, you fall asleep right away, but how many of you wake up at 3 a.m. and you're like wide awake? Why is that happening?
Well, that is actually a symptom of the alcohol. So alcohol is initially going to act as a depressant, so you're going to go to sleep easier, but what you will find in that second part of sleep, you're not getting the restorative sleep that you need, and it's actually going to interfere with your sleep architecture in a very negative way. So a nightcap is not a good idea.
I really want a 20-minute nap right now since we're done with the segment. I might just crawl into this bed. Okay, you've just touched upon a few of the topics, but we can go to your website, simplesleepservices.com, if we need that sleep study. Maybe Melissa needs to come and check in and work out those dreams. Thank you so much, John Truitt.